Today I've decided to take a break from my gun stock carving and get a little more homey, like not like homey, but or however they do those homey things. Obviously I'm not in that scene, but so what I have done for those of you who don't remember, or maybe are just I can just link you back to about 4 years ago. It was right after the sand painting time. I decided that I was going to make a prototype for what I called an alparka, which is a parka of my design with a bit of a Mongolian influence, where I would insulate it with alpaca, which is roughly 3 times excuse me, warmer than sheep wool. So, gosh, got a little bit of, I don't know, something in my throat. So, I've gotten back to that. I pulled things out of the salvage bin that I had kept all my scraps in, and what I'm doing, what my aim is to salvage everything, and that's part of my message and my life's work that I have now finalized or pulled together in my new company named NOMÄD, that I've called NOMÄD, which is Damon backwards, which also has a message within that. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So what I'm doing is I have gathered a bunch of old pieces of broken fur coats, and I like the idea of salvaging, and I also like the concept of, it's part of my philosophy, that would be a better word for NOMÄD, its philosophy is to really work and question, do I need to buy that, or can I make it? Or in many cases, someone, like I don't have the skills to make a coat from scratch. But what I can do, and I did, is I bought a secondhand Army issue extreme cold weather parka, and then I got a bunch of old salvage Sally Ann kind of bits of fur, and I'm basically patchworking it together in whichever way I can and feel like it to make a extreme cold weather parka. This is the hood. I have a piece of a coat, and I'm not going to cut things too quick because I'm not a coat maker or a seamstress or a tailor, so I don't want to cut anything off until I know I don't need it. So right now, I cut up, this is actually part of a small coat, and actually I'll put it on just to give you an idea. This is just the hood, and I've actually taken a small coat and taken the collar and built it into the collar of the coat, the fur coat, and built it into the hood. And I put a piece of coat hanger wire threaded in here so I can actually bend it to the shape and size I want, so that when this is built onto the coat, I'm not going to snap everything up, I'll do the two end ones here. Kind of roughly like that, and then when this goes together, I've got myself the world's greatest. If there's wind blowing by, it's going to miss everything here, but with the coat hanger, it holds it open really nice and wide, and you can see side view, it comes out even further than the tailored plan for the military issue. So over time, you're going to get to see, if you have interest, what I'm going to do with this. So I cut off the sleeves, so I got the benefit of the tailor-made collar that I'm using for the hood, and then I've cut out the sleeves, and then I basically put a form to pretend that's my head. And so far I've done that side there. As you can see, there's the gaping opening, and here I've sewn things up. I've just got a little bit more to do here. I'm going to do that side. I've got a little hole here from when I threaded the coat hanger wire in to sew up. And then I'll figure out, once I have it on the coat, how I'm going to blend or mesh this in with the whole coat design. The hood is a button-off kind of hood, so that will be one of my decisions. Do I want it so I can still detach the hood from it? It's not a bad idea, but if I find that it's more important to have it all built together, then I'll make that decision at the time. I don't want to burn any bridges at this moment. I have also, and I really ummed and ahed about this, but then I thought, well, it's been sitting in a tickle trunk for 40 years. This is a wolf skin that I had gotten 40 years ago when Raven and I were more or less the first 5 years of our relationship. And I bought that secondhand as well. So what I want to do is find some way that I decide to integrate that with, probably on the back of the coat in some manner. And what else do I want to do? Well, I want to line it with alpaca fiber for the warmth. I mean, this is definitely going to be a coat that I will really only be able to wear in very cold weather, because or sitting still. You know, if you're sitting in an igloo or something. If I'm doing a lot of exercise, I would just sweat to death, I think. But we'll find out. So, so it's a creative project. I'm calling it the ALPARKA, the NOMÆD alpaca. It may be a prototype for an actual production line, which of course won't be fur. But it is quite a high possibility. One of the things I really want to do, and I really like with the Mongolian style, is the jacket or the coat, rather than just zipping up in the center, it comes across over the side. So right here, you don't have a zipper or anything for wind to get through. I love that. It's very practical. It speaks to me. But also one of the most important things is I'm reducing my reliance upon imported things and that footprint. And frankly, I would rather take and repurpose old fur coats, scraps and things, alpaca fiber, and so on, than buy something made in China, made in wherever. Just not made here. I want to make some things myself. So I'm working on my rifle, I'm working on my...
Answering your phone?
I don't even know if that comes through. I'm hearing a phone ring. I don't know if you guys will hear it. But anyways, good sign for a time to end. And that will continue. I'll post another one today, my progress. Thank you.